Good morning, everyone. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm still a little under the weather, though. I wanted to get on today because I was up last night because I couldn't sleep. So I went on YouTube to watch some videos, and I was very appalled by what I saw. We all know that there's a war going on. At least the people who've seen it know that there's a war going on between Christians, and pagans, non-believers, agnostics, and homosexuals. I watched a video by an unsaid name so that I don't cause more turmoil than I have to. I watched a video that a user put up basically proclaiming that the Christians are going to eradicate pagans, agnostics, non-believers, and homosexuals from YouTube for the better of the children. Now, several users were mentioned in the video, and several users were, how do you say? Basically questioned because of their defense of pagans. I personally think that whether you believe in what someone thinks is right, just because you don't believe it's right doesn't mean that they don't deserve to be defended. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay to say, hey, this guy raped somebody, we need to stand up for him. I'm saying that you should stand up for people if they are being discriminated upon. And I'm sorry, Christians and pagans, who are both hurting each other. I have seen more from the Christian side than the pagan side, but I'm not saying that pagans are all good and dandy with their expressions. So no offense, pagans, when you watch this video, and homosexuals and whatever else is offended, but everyone has contributed to this problem. Now, I will give pagans the benefit of the doubt because they have actually genuinely, sincerely asked for a truce to just be left alone. And Christians, you're not doing the right thing by continuing to fight a war that does not need to be fought. When I was 5 years old, I was Baptist. Yes, I was Baptist. I was baptized. I went to church every Sunday. I did everything a good little Christian Baptist should. And I'm sorry, but I will never go there again. When I was 5 years old, we had question time in our Sunday school class. Everyone was asking questions about God and this and that and stories in the Bible. I remember it very clearly. I asked the pastor, how do you know that God or Jesus exist? He grabbed my arm like a mother would pull you aside to talk to you when you did something bad, pulled me into a closet with no windows, no one could see us, and shut the door. Said to me, from this far away from my nose, that if I did not believe in God, or I had a question of his existence again, that I would burn in a pit of flames for the rest of eternity. And I'm sorry, mothers, I'm asking you this. What would you do if you found out somebody did that to your kid? Needless to say, my mom was not very pleased. She had something to say. She actually had authorities investigate this pastor because of his unorthodox preachings. And turns out, guess what that pastor was doing? He was raping children. How Christian is that? I don't think I've ever heard of a pagan raping children. Not that I'm saying that they haven't. There may be documented cases that it has happened. I'm just saying I've never heard of it. But it's funny, I hear about it every now and then about Christian people. Not saying you're bad. Just saying. That's what happened. Now, when I was 14, I decided to give God another chance. I went to a Protestant church with my, or no, not a Protestant, I went to a Pentecostal church with my boyfriend. The people there told me, because I had not been to church since I was 5 years old, that I was unsavable. That's funny. Prison inmates are savable. Why not someone who just didn't go to church? Funny, huh? Well, needless to say, I wiped my hands of belief and didn't really think about it again until I met my husband. And I decided that what is there in life if you don't believe in something? Because, you know, there is something out there. There has to be, right? Now, for atheists and other people like that, your belief is your belief, and I respect that. I'm just stating from my experience. So I decided to become agnostic until I could find a religion that connected with me. Now, I am still agnostic. I am researching medical herbalism and Wicca. I am also reading about other pagan religions and Buddhism. I have not converted to anything yet, so do not judge me because I am reading about it. I wanted to get on here and say, simply, look at what you're doing to these people you don't even know. Pagans and Christians. Look at each other and see what you were doing. Why, Christians, is anything that you are doing to the pagans justifiable? How can you justify hurting people in the name of someone you don't even know exists? The definition of fact is something that is provable. The existence of God, or a god, goddess, Buddha, anything, is not provable. It's not. So, you can't prove that pagans' god and goddess, or whatever they worship, is not real. They cannot prove the same for you. Therefore, you should respect each other's differences and agree to disagree. I understand trying to save people and at least giving them a chance to save themselves. That's all fine and dandy. But like I've said before, there's a difference between helping someone eat and force feeding them. I don't know what else to say on this video, but think about all the time you're spending trying to eradicate all these people off of YouTube. And think about how many people are getting killed, raped, losing jobs, money, houses, families, children dying, starving, not having families. Think about all those people you could be helping with the time you're spending to discriminate on other religions for both sides. Think about all that time you could be actually putting forth a good effort to help someone else instead of trying to help someone by forcing them to believe what you believe. So, I hope that this video helps. I hope that it doesn't offend anyone, and I'm sorry if it does. But seriously, what kind of religion tells people, if you don't believe in me, you're going to burn in hell? What part of that is right?